I was still young-minded and partying a lot and chasing women, and that's what my life was about. I was good, and they knew I was good, but they didn't want to keep me around. I was good, but that's what plagued me, and that's obviously what, after I got injured, I didn't have very long before they just released me. My name is Andrew Alvarado. Currently own CrossFit Fairway Park in Hayward. I'm a retired baseball player. I started baseball when I was little, and it was just fun. And I played all different sports. It wasn't just baseball, it was basketball. And so for me, it was just the active lifestyle that was encompassing, and it was fun, and it was thrilling. So my baseball career started when I was in Little League and then high school. I was drafted by the Braves after high school. I didn't sign because they weren't offering a lot of money. And so I went to Sac City for the first year. Did not like the program, played a lot, but decided to come back home to Chabot. I started out as a starting pitcher, of course, in college and the beginning of pro ball. And then as things progressed, I ended up a setup man and a closer. I ended up signing with the Astros in the 7th round. I think at the time that round was giving around $100,000, so they gave me some money, which was nice. And then after that, I played 3 years before I got hurt. The injury that I got was Tommy John, or it's ligament replacement surgery. So basically, the tendon that connects the bone ripped off the bone. So they replaced it with a ligament. It was like an 18-month process, but I actually came back throwing harder. My greatest struggles through the baseball was just the nightlife. It was something that I did before I left, and it's something I carried on then. And it was drinking, it was staying out late, it would lead to some drugs, and it was just a cycle. And it was like I was dealing with the addiction while trying to be a professional athlete, and it was just a little overwhelming. It was somebody that I was still a kid and with a drug problem, with all that money. It went so fast. Yeah. I don't see myself alive if I would have kept going. The way that they released me it was just a phone call by the general manager. It was something that I kind of knew was happening, so I was very polite. And just actually I remember saying, I understand, because I did. There's nothing to say, when you know that when you're right and when you're not right, when you're doing good and when you're not, and I knew. The point when I was done was I was at my mom's house. I woke up in the garage, which was filled with beer bottles and cigarette butts. I just kind of rose above my body. I looked at the surroundings around me, and I just was not happy with who I seen. And I knew that I just was better. I was raised better, and I just knew that I was better. So my transition from baseball to what I'm doing now, it was just, I was hungry. I was hungry to make something of myself, because I kind of realized, at the end of everybody's sober, or if somebody's an addict, at the end of whenever they're doing, they start to realize what they went through and the opportunities that were lost, and it starts to weigh on you. And so you want to make things better. You do. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted to be successful. And I was willing to do anything. I was at Chabot again, going back to school. I was going to get my master's because I was like, hey, at least that's a plan. And the opportunity came when I was still at Chabot to start this spot, and it was just an opportunity. I had no experience with CrossFit or with teaching fitness. I mean, I knew how to work out, but there was nothing for me to fall on, so it was very overwhelming at the start. But the mindset of I'm gonna make it, just kind of kept me going. But it did in the beginning. It was very hard in the beginning doing this. There was no people, no money. One time I figured out how much money I was making per hour, and it was like $3. And I was like, it's so sad. But I was like, I had my vision. I was, had a vision board back then, and I was ready to make it. So there's a few people that I would consider my anchors. One's my wife, who's been with me long enough to see the bad, but then now the good. And then my baseball coach from Logan, who has basically helped me in my spiritual side, which again is a factor of who I am now, but those two people right now would be the number 1 and 2. Currently, the difference now between who I was then and now is my faith. Every day, before I come here, I'm grateful for my life, I'm grateful for my people, I'm grateful for everything. And when you're grateful, then you're gonna be in a place where you're able to accept the good that's gonna come. So just be grateful.